Hey YouTube, this is me. I'm just trying to get you guys to understand certain stuff about dieting. Now, a lot of times our diet is out of focus, out of order. We're ingesting the wrong things, we're eating the wrong things, we're not exercising, we're not taking care of our bodies. If we're inviting God into a temple, that temple needs to be in order, it needs to be in shape, it needs to be what it's supposed to be, right? So we have these bad habits where the devil is trying to persuade us to overeat. It's called obesity. This is like a sin. And the reason why you're having that, because the devil's trying to say you don't have control. You may be developing eating disorders because your food is being taken from you right out of your mouth, or you're trying to digest and you're always feeling hungry. Like, it's like you're never full. And it's a motive behind that, because when we talk about demonic possession, we realize that there are other things that are doing this to us. Like, they're taking food out of your mouth. They're sitting up there. They're causing you to lack nourishment. These are the weeds that we talk about. Remember, I've been talking to you guys about switches, tears, and we talk about the weed. The weed wants your nourishment, wants everything that's for you, and stuff like that. So the first thing it's going to do is going to try to cause you problems when you're trying to nourish yourself. A lot of times when they're trying to introduce diseases into your life, remind you, a disease can come in a clear white form. You may observe it. It could be dropped in your water. It's still diseasing. It's because it's clear. I mean, it's not like as if you can actually see it. You may have taste of it and stuff like that. You may not even be able to taste something to stop the attack, because the whole purpose of them to do this is to minister the body. It wants to control the body. This is their ministry against your body. It's an external attack trying to become internal and hold you as a possession. So the first thing we have to realize is that if I have already digested enough food, like I actually prep my foods now, and I use like certain prepping containers and stuff like that. I make sure my food has nutrition for me, fruits, that very well balanced and everything like that. After I have done my duties as far as ensuring that my meals are well balanced, my only job after ensuring that they're well balanced is to just eat. I have received my nourishment for the day, just to eat and stuff like that. Fasting daily, or going on spiritual fasts and stuff like that, allowing yourself the opportunity to for your food to digest. That's another thing too, and stuff like that. And the enemy sometimes will try to compel you to eat more than you need to eat to survive, and then you're not really even burning calories. You may be sitting home all day, you're not really burning calories, and that's a trick to cause you to deal with obesity. Your body doesn't need that much nourishment, but it'll do that. Sometimes you will feel full and you know you haven't eaten. That's another trick of the enemy. I feel full, but I haven't eaten. So I have to make sure that I'm nourishing myself, because it could be a trick to make you malnourished, because you're feeling full, but you're still hungry. And now you're lacking nourishment and becoming awfully thin when you should be bigger. So we really have to start monitoring our diets, like what we eat. Set it up where you know what you eat. And another thing, stop all the eating out, because you don't know who's preparing your food, which manner it's being prepared in. And we're dealing with such a dangerous time. They can choose to wipe us out at any time. At any time. and it's just through ingestion. You sit up there and you watch the Black Panther movie, and I remember this like the first movie they made, and the young man said, "Oh, you watching everything but what you eat. I'm destroying you through what you ingest." So we have to really take that into consideration. Is our food really sealed? Are we getting it from the best source? Because we're buying food from stores, but the question is this store carrying forth the best practices? Do you use distilled water, purified water, or water that's drinking water to actually prepare food? Or are you just making me ingest anything? You're using a regular tap water and stuff like that. These tap water goes up under attack constantly. Sometimes it's switched with the sewer water because they're attacking the water companies. It's a million different things. These people can't tell you all the attacks they have to fight out. And God knows, I thank you guys for being on that front line and battling it out. I thank you. But they can't tell you how many fights they have to fight. And some of them, they're not winning all of them. Sometimes they don't even know they're under attack. And that's the sad part about it. Because attacks is so unique nowadays, I'm going to say. So we really need to be very conscious about what we're taking into our bodies, what we're eating, what we're drinking, and what we're doing. Hopefully these words encourage you guys. Another thing, make a menu out. Stick to the menu. If you know it's not too much food, you know you should not be gaining weight. If you know what you're ingesting is not enough calories, you shouldn't be having no calorie issues. If you know what you're putting together is balanced, you shouldn't be dealing with imbalanced issues. But the enemy is going to cause you issues either way. I remember I sat up there and I would order rotisserie chicken from Walmart. I remember back then they were like $4.97 or something. Walmart, Publix, and stuff like that. I would get the rotisserie chicken. When I went into the doctor to get checked, the doctor said, "Oh, I'm sorry, but you have high cholesterol." I say, how in the world can I ever get high cholesterol when I turn around and all I eat is rotisserie chicken? That's baked chicken. It's impossible. But they were trying to convince me and persuade me, "Oh, you have high cholesterol." It's impossible. I'm not going to receive that. I'm not going to accept that. I could see if I was sitting up there and I was eating greasy foods all day and foods that's high in fats and stuff like that. No, I'm eating a rotisserie chicken. A lot of times it's just white rice, and that's already pre-prepped. And that prep rice that's warm in the microwave don't have anything in it. Sometimes it's just me eating rotisserie chicken and a salad. I'm not receiving it. So you have to be careful. And I'm going to be real with you. In these days and times, I love doctors. I love professionals. But a lot of times, our enemies is coming in our professional people who are looking out for us, and they're attacking through us actually going to see a professional, whether it's psychologists, whether it's other people. They're attacking through this. Because I'm going to be real with you, at one time I had to start like doing psychology with people and like psychological training and stuff like that. And when I started that, I started to realize I really didn't need it. Honestly, it was a waste of my time. And then when it came time for them to document to the court any issues, those people told me, say, they can't give the courts my reports. I say, how can you not give the courts my report? There's nothing wrong. You can't give the courts your report. I didn't even understand that. So obviously you wasn't a professional to begin with. And that's what bothers me the most. So I'm going to tell you guys, make sure you guys are smart. Make sure you guys are careful with yourselves. Make sure you know what you're doing, because a lot of times you're going to get these therapists, you're going to get into talking to psychologists and stuff like that. And I'm telling you, these are some of the strongest attackers when it comes to demonic possession, because they have the insight of the mind, the body, the soul, and the spirit. And they're very wise. They can do a lot of harm and they can do a lot of good. Hopefully the good ones come your way. May these words encourage you. Stay blessed.